So this is it. This is Melnik Edit's Forgotten Legion design, printed by Grandpa Clone Customs and distributed by official resellers. An unused concept clone designed originally for the Revenge of the Sith and proposed by Ryan Church, a concept design artist at Lucasfilms. So I don't normally make entire videos over just one minifigure, but I think this is one of those times where I think LEGO Customs as a market just prevails over any sort of creativity limit that LEGO as a company is restrained by. I think if Melnik ever really had a sig fig, this is probably the best representation of his work and personality, really. If you ever had the chance to speak to him, he's a pretty dedicated fan of Star Wars and has a lot of in-depth knowledge of the lore. Not just the lore really, but more so the design philosophy and rationale of the creative design process that these Star Wars writers often use to draft their designs. The existence of this Legion is actually pretty interesting because it's a Legion that never ended up actually existing in canon or legends. It's more so a pre-production design used in the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith story bible to determine what sorts of shapes and patterns work for clone troopers. Obviously, most clone troopers start off in a base coat of neutral tones like black, white, or tones of gray for the most part. But there's secondary and tertiary colors that designers have to test in order to determine if it falls within their technical color balancing and consistency rules. They had to use more faint colors and lighter hues to determine how subtle variations would affect the character's visual impact on the screen, and blend in with the film's overall color palette. Throughout most of this video, I've been careful about referring to the clone as pink. Technically, the color dye is classified as sand red, but most of the Star Wars community sees it as the Utapau concept clone, or otherwise known as the ROTS pink clone. For some reason though, LEGO's color palette just refers to the color as sand red rather than pink. This is mostly because in color theory, pink is really just a brighter hue of red. In terms of the actual markings and insignia, the Forgotten Legion is the source for Commander Cody's rank markings on the stomach and the left thigh stripe. I couldn't really find an official name for the Forgotten Legion, but it's a tongue-in-cheek reference to the fact that it's quite literally a legion that never made it past the design stage. There are tons of unused clone trooper designs that never really made it past pre-production. For a product like this, I'm really happy that the project was greenlit by GCC. Normally, I would talk about the overall print quality, but if you've ever bought anything from GCC, it has a near identical quality to OEM LEGO prints anyways. It's pretty much a given expectation of GCC at this point. Surprisingly, this release was actually printed with official Phase 2 clone helmets, which sort of have become a commodity because LEGO doesn't actually produce these anymore, and there's a finite number of these previous generation of molds remaining. Now that we've gotten most of the lore and background out of the way, let's talk about how you can get one. These will be released worldwide today through Crosshair Bricks for the EU and Asia, Tyne TDT exclusively for the EU, Caledonian Clones for UK and Ireland, Kyber Clones for North America, and Camino Bricks for a global release. I'm expecting the stock to go pretty fast, which is the norm for products like the hologram clone and other direct-to-reseller GCC products. Anyways, good luck, have fun. Let me know if you got a Forgotten Legion clone and what your thoughts are on it. I'll see you guys in the next video.